The hardest thing for me was when we were a little bit smaller size, under 10 of us, we lost a pretty key employee at Bethany. Um, they had been with us almost since the beginning. And when you lose someone of a director status or someone that's really controlling a lot of your operations, it's hard to pick that up. And so it felt like this door had shut and I didn't know how to open it again. I didn't know. And that was the problem, is that I was trying to open that same door instead of finding the new door and finding the bright spot and how I can make this really a positive thing. And so after losing that employee, it was about it was a rough, I would say, 12 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a long stretch, but it was necessary. I didn't realize that it was also um, constricting Bethany at the same time, because I had one person, full trust in them to do everything, and was really hands off trying to grow different departments.
Hmm.
And so they were managing my largest department. And why would I take my eyes and ears off of my largest department, my moneymaker in the business?
Right.
And so that really opened my eyes. And so it was, I got to dive back in. I got to dedicate my time. I got to stop what I'm doing over here, stop the growth over here, put my attention back where my foundation is, get that back on track, and then move back over.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a rough 12 months, man. It was down. Our sales were down. Our sales were down about 50%.
Oh my
So
God.
trying to operate after you've been open for 10 years, you have a cash flow, you have an idea of how to move money. And I, we don't just have Bethany. Like, I also have investments elsewhere. And so when you're moving money around and all of a sudden you see a huge drop, it's tough. It's scary to try to mend that, and you're trying to do it quickly.
Right.
And you can't just stick a Band-Aid on everything. So I really had to step back, take a breath, and re-engage myself in that department that I hadn't been in quite some time.
What changes would you do now compared to what you did last time?
Yeah, so you got to have checks and balances to give somebody full control of something, of a department, and your largest one is just not smart as a business owner, right? And that's a big mistake that I made.
Some people will argue and say that, hey, these are things that I don't want to be a part of. I just want to overlook it. And so how do you say, okay, now I want to hire you for specific jobs that I can oversee, but I still need my hands in it?
So it's not about having your hand in it, and you're absolutely right. I'm going to backtrack for 1 second. So micromanaging was a huge fault of mine as this business was coming up, and breathing down people's necks and really having my hand in everything. So then I pulled away and I did the opposite. And I said, you know what? You run it, and let's let it be. And then that's when I hit this issue where this person left me and I didn't know how to run what they were doing. And so I had to find that happy medium. And the way to do that is to make sure that in any business and anything that you do, you have to be able to measure. You have to be able to measure everything and know your statistics, know where the money's coming, know where it's going, where is it leaking, which employees are high cost, which employees are low cost, so on and so forth. And so when I relinquished those duties, those were the things that I shouldn't have, right? To know where payroll's allocated, to know those things, that's where I had to take control back. And when I did, it gave me a grasp on, yes, you run the insurance, you run this, but let me run the administrative, let me run the payroll, let me figure out how to allocate the money. And that's still, that's where I'm at today. And that's still my job at Bethany. So I really direct the admin side and do a lot less of the producing insurance day to day, so to speak.